friends. So today I am going to discuss the next part of our topic, growth and development. The next article in this topic, growth and development, is growth curve and grand period of growth. So if we observe the growth of single cell, growth of an organ, or growth of an entire plant, each and every cell, every organ, as well as each and every plant passes through different phases of growth. So if we observe the growth rate of single cell, or growth rate of single organ, or growth rate of entire plant, growth rate is not uniform. That means growth rate is showing differences in different stages of growth. That means growth rate is different in each phase of the growth. For example, if we take growth course of a single cell, each dividing cell or meristematic cell passes through different phases of growth. So last time I have discussed about the phases of growth. So every dividing cell, meristematic cell, shows these three phases of growth. Means initial phase, first phase is known as cell division phase, second phase is known as cell elongation phase or cell enlargement phase, third phase is known as cell maturation phase. So if we observe the change in the size of the single cell during these three different phases, during cell division phase, change in the size of the cell is very slow. In second phase, cell elongation phase, change in the size of the cell is very rapid, and in finally, when cell becomes mature, at the maturity, each and every dividing cell attains specific size, specific shape, and afterwards, cell doesn't change its size. That means change in the size of the cell remains constant. That means at this cell maturation stage, change in size is not reported. That means cell size remains steady. If we take another example, for example, any organ, for example, if we take the increase in size of the leaf size is another parameter we are going to discuss for or observe for the growth rate. So in case of organ, for example plant, if we measure the size of the leaf in the first few days, the size of the leaf very slowly growing. That means change in the size of the leaf in the first few days is very slow. Later on, in the middle stage of the growth of the leaf, size changes very fastly. That means there is a rapid increase in the growth rate during this middle stage of the growth of the leaf. In the last stage, at maturity, when leaf becomes mature, when it acquires specific shape, size, later on, after maturity, leaf doesn't change its shape. That means increase in size of the leaf remains constant. That means at maturity, there is no further increase in leaf size. That means growth rate remains steady. If we take entire herbaceous plant, and parameter which we are going to study or measure the growth of entire herbaceous plant is the increase in dry weight. So we know very well, during the course of growth, plant utilizes the nutrients, water, atmospheric CO2, etc. as a raw food material, and organic components are synthesized. And this increase in amount of organic components inside each and every cell throughout the plant body is responsible for increase in dry weight of each and every organ. So if we measure the dry weight of the herbaceous plant throughout its life cycle up to the senescence stage, starting from germination stage up to the senescence stage. So if we measure the dry weight in different stages of growth of entire herbaceous plant, during germination stage, the food which is stored in the cotyledon or in the endosperm, it is utilized for the growth and development of the embryo. That means during germination stage, actually dry weight of the seed decreases or more or less it remains constant. It remains constant. In the second stage, after germination, what happens? We know very well. When seed gets suitable condition for germination like moisture, temperature and air or oxygen, two initial organs are developed. First organ is the radicle and another organ is the plumule. So after development of one radicle and plumule, we say seed germinated. Seed is germinating or seed is germinated. So after germination of seed, development of the leaves takes place, elongation of the shoot axis takes place, elongation of the root axis takes place, development of many branches takes place. That means if seedling growth takes place at that time, food produced by this growing seedlings becomes maximum. That's why dry weight in the vegetative growth stage, after development of many leaves, many branches and roots, branches of roots, etc., dry weight in the organs of the plants increases. That means as far as increase in dry weight is concerned, in vegetative growth stage, increase in dry weight is very rapid process. That means rapidly there is an increase in dry weight during vegetative growth stage. Then at the maturity stage, that means annual plants or seasonal plants or herbaceous plants which are having very short duration of their lifespan. It may be 3 months, it may be 4 months, it may be 5-6 months. So whole life cycle is completed within this short duration. That means after maturity, development of flowers, fruits takes place. And due to this reason, the food which is produced by the leaves, which is stored in the different organs of the plants, is utilized for the formation of flowers, for the formation of the fruits, for the formation of the seeds, etc. That means at the time of maturity, there is no further increase in dry weight. That means dry weight remains constant. At which stage? At the maturity stage. That means if we observe the growth rate of single cell, it shows 3 different phases and growth rate is not uniform. In the initial stage, growth rate is slow. In the second stage, cell evolution stage, growth rate is rapid. In the cell maturation stage, growth rate is steady. In another example also, same cases observed. That means if we observe the leaf size, increase in leaf size of the single organ of the plant, in the first few days, growth rate is slow. That means increase in size of the leaf is very slow. Then in the middle stage, increase in size of the leaf is very rapid. And finally, when leaf becomes mature, there is no further increase in the size of the leaf. That means increase in the size of the leaf remains steady. So in herbaceous whole plant also, parameter which is taken by us for measuring the growth in different stages of the growth. In germination stage, increase in dry weight. Dry weight is the parameter. Increase in dry weight is constant or it decreases more or less. During vegetative growth, dry weight increases rapidly, and at maturity stage, dry weight remains constant. So by observing these things, if we plot the graph by using any parameter against time, for example, so if we plot the graph by using any parameter, growth rate against time, if we plot the graph by using any parameter, the growth rate against time, the nature of growth curve is as like this. So if we take any parameter, for example, if we take the change in the size of the cell, if we take single cell, and if we observe the change in the size of single cell during these three different phases, during cell division phase, change in the size of the cell or growth rate of the single cell is very slow. It is indicated by this portion of graph. That means very slow increasing size or change in the size of the phase cell, single cell is observed. This phase of the graph is commonly known as lag phase. In the second stage, cell elongation phase, this straight line graph indicates constant increase in the growth rate. Constant increase in the growth rate. Which parameter we are going to observe? Change in the size or volume of the cell. That means during cell elongation stage, second stage, cell changes its size very rapidly. Cell changes its size very rapidly. It is denoted by this straight line portion of the graph. It is known as log phase. And when cell becomes mature, then size of the cell remains constant. That means size of the cell remains steady. It is indicated or represented by this portion of the graph. It is known as steady state phase. So if we change the parameter and observe the growth rate, if we plot the graph of growth rate against time. For example, if we take leaf size as a parameter, that means on the y-axis we are going to take growth rate. For example, leaf size, and here we are going to take the time period or stages of development or growth of the leaf, change in size during different stages. In the first stage, increase in size of the leaf is very slow. It is represented by this region. That means during lag phase, there is no further increase or very slow increase in the size of the leaf. In the middle stage of the leaf growth, there is a rapid increase in size of the leaf, represented by this phase. That means log phase. And when leaf becomes mature, there is no further increase in the size of the leaf. It is represented by this portion of graph. It is known as steady state phase. That means if we take any parameter, it may be area, it may be volume, it may be dry weight, it may be fresh weight, it may be height of the plant. If we take any parameter, and this parameter, growth rate in this parameter, if we plot it against time, the nature of the growth curve is same one. That means each and every cell, dividing cell, each and every plant organ as well as whole plant during its growth course shows same pattern. That means this is the important characteristic of the growth. That means each and every cell, each and every organ or whole plant during its course of growth passes through different phases, and these phases we can represent with the help of this graph by plotting the graph of growth rate against time. So if we take another example, if we take a single plant, herbaceous plant, and if we measure the height, of the plant, that means on the y-axis, if we take here height of the plant, and we are going to take here time. So after 10 days or 15 days or 20 days, we measure the height of the plant. If seedling is small one, it is having 10 centimeters of height. After 10 days, after 20 days, the height, increase in height may be increasing. So by taking this height as a parameter, and by counting this height or measuring this height after a particular interval, after 10 days or 20 days of intervals, the same pattern of graph is observed. That means in the initial phase, increasing the length or height of the plant is slow. It is represented by lag phase. During residual growth phase, in the middle stage of the growth of the herbaceous plant, increase in height of the plant goes on increasing very fastly. It is represented by this phase, log phase of the graph. And when herbaceous plant attains maturity. For example, sunflower. After maturity, sunflower plant produces a large inflorescence at its tip. At the tip of the stem, large inflorescence is produced. After formation or after development of inflorescence, the growth further increase in length of the shoot axis or increase in height of the plant stops. That means afterwards, after formation of flower or inflorescence at the tip of each and every sunflower plant after maturity, there is no further increase in height of the plant. That means height remains steady. That means you may take any example. You may take any parameter and plot the graph of growth rate against time. The nature of growth curve is similar. That means I have drawn here the growth curve. It is a typical growth curve. This growth curve is commonly called as typical growth curve. Typical growth curve. That means this typical growth curve is reported or it is observed in each and every case. It may be single cell, it may be organ, or it may be whole plant. Whole plant, if we take any parameter and plot the graph against the time period, growth rate against time, the nature of curve is sigmoid or S-shape. That means this sigmoid growth curve is the characteristic feature of the growth of each and every cell, organ, or an individual plant, whole plant also. Then what is the meaning of this term? Grand period of growth. The meaning of this term, grand period of growth, is nothing but in which period maximum growth is reported. During the course of the growth, if we take single cell, in which stage maximum growth is reported? In cell elongation phase, more growth takes place in dividing cell. If we take single leaf, in which stage maximum growth is reported, maximum increase in size is reported? In the middle stage. In the middle stage of the leaf size increase is maximum. If we take herbaceous plant, in which stage, vegetative growth stage, there is very rapid increase in size. That means during which period the maximum growth is observed. This period is commonly called as grand period of growth. What is the meaning of grand? Grand means maximum. That means maximum growth is observed during which period? This period is commonly called as grand period of growth. So this is our today's article, growth curve and grand period of growth. So next part of this topic, phytohormones or plant growth regulators, we are going to discuss in our next lecture. Thank you.